Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft. And I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. Today we're looking at Cam Mellor out of the Pro Football Network. He actually has a 7th-round mock draft that is post Bears-Panthers trade. And apparently includes a lot of other fun trades. Haven't checked it out yet. It's 7 rounds, so this ought to be fun. We're going to scroll through, obviously, the other rounds. I'm kind of curious to see what players he has listed there. But go ahead, check out this mock for yourself. But what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy, Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content as always. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that beautiful football discourse. Full disclosure, I'm recording this Sunday evening, and as of right now, we already had Daron Payne. He signed a new deal, but he was already franchise tagged, so that's no biggie. But it's the Jalen Ramsey trade that's huge. As I'm just gonna give you all my thoughts right here real quick, and maybe I'll go into it a little later as free agency begins to get underway. But the Dolphins, this is huge because he decided to restructure his deal. That was kind of big for me because some of his cap hits were kind of big, but only giving away a third was perfect. We probably would have taken a corner with either one of those day 2 picks, and then Hunter Long. So, do I feel like we might draft a tight end? I feel like we might draft a tight end. Well, let's go ahead and get into this sucker. Oh, we also had Matt Milano get extended too. So I'm probably going to refresh this just to make sure I don't miss any news prior to this coming out, because y'all see this Monday morning. But let's get into this sucker as CJ Stroud going to the Panthers with pick 1. I know a lot of people think the Panthers coaching staff is targeted to CJ Stroud with, McNown, but kind of like, I don't know. I still think it's either way. Like I've been around the draft too long. Like there are a lot of smoke screens, so this one's kind of, I believe it when I see it. I can also understand if teams are unsettled by the size of a Bryce Young, but I will also get it if a team is enticed by the pure upside and tools that is Anthony Richardson. But I do like CJ Stroud. I think he's definitely worthy of a number 1 pick. But again, I think anything's in the realm of possibility. But QB has to be the pick, giving up what they gave away for this pick. So it has to be. It has to be a game-changing pick like that, or at least a game-changing position. All right, I imagine Texans take Bryce Young. Perfect. That's fine. That's great. That's ideal. I'm a big fan of Bryce Young. I usually say on this channel, you want to bet on the standard, not necessarily the exception. You're really going out of the way, hoping a guy is an exception. But in this case, I really feel like he can't be an exception to that standard we have in terms of quarterback size. But again, I'm not gonna fight you if you're like, oh no, I really hate the size. I won't take him as my top quarterback, because I don't think that's necessarily a wrong evaluation there. I just really feel like just what he does as a quarterback processor, quick with the football out, and maneuvers the pocket well, keeps very poised under pressure, consistently looking downfield. I feel like he could definitely, his playing style could lend itself to some longevity with his size, so I'm not too worried about that. But we have the Raiders trading up to move to get Anthony Richardson here. So the Raiders send, okay, so this is a 7-rounder, so it's kind of important you get the value in this trade. But Anthony Richardson, so they pick Anthony Richardson, so they're trading away pick 7, their 3rd round. I think this is probably a 5th, as well as a 1st in 2024 and 2025. 3 firsts? And they're going to get back number 3 and a 3rd rounder from Arizona. Ooh, golly. Again, 3 first-rounders is mama freaking mia. But Raiders get their quarterback in the future, I guess. This actually makes me think, are we going to see the Lamar trade with the Colts? I haven't looked at this mock draft prior, though. So I'm just kind of guessing here. I assume Aaron Rodgers, Jets, but are we going to see Lamar to the Colts? No, we're not. Okay, I got this wrong. I wonder where Lamar goes. So Indianapolis Colts snag Will Anderson, Will Anderson. I thought I said Will Levis for a second. Nope, Will Levis still on the board. He's going to have to wait a little later for his name to be called. But Colts snag him, and man, where does Lamar then go? Don't tell me he does the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons did say they're out, but are they out? It's a big question. But they go ahead and get a top pass rusher here in the class. For some people, top defensive prospect in this class. So that's great. I mean, you're kind of hoping for a quarterback here, but you're really going to have to move up, I assume, if you really don't want to be like stuck with a third again. But I feel like this is just a trade you make on draft day. I kind of feel like you want to see how those first 2 picks potentially fall before you move up to 3 for the third quarterback off the board. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Seahawks take Myles Murphy. Yo, I'm so happy to see someone still high on Myles Murphy. I'm waiting for that pro day. That's in a couple of days. Actually, should be Tuesday. See how he tests out. Just to make sure the tools are there, even though the production was kind of up and down this season. Still believe largely in the talent. I think I have him as edge 3 currently. I moved Tyree Wilson ahead of him for now, but we'll see. They're kind of fine for the next spot. Here, let me confirm. Let's look, Broshmo. Let's look at your edge. Okay, yeah, can confirm. Still 3. All right, let's keep this sucker moving to it ain't Detroit. Detroit is not trying for Lamar. I imagine this is corner. They take Christian Gonzalez. I think he's the top corner in this class, so it makes a ton of sense to me. It really does. I don't think we really need to talk more about this. Again, a lot of this will be cleared up with free agency, so I mean, a lot of these, that's why I'm not going to do a mock until Friday when things hopefully slow down a little bit. So you'll get a Friday mock draft, yay! Unless it gets ruined like Friday that morning, then I might have to end up doing one at night. The Arizona Cardinals moved back here and got Jalen Carter, which is great. You trade down and you probably get for a lot of people prior to the warrant or arrest warrant, everyone's top non-quarterback prospect, man. Jalen Carter, great prospect. He's explosive. He's big. Dude can move. Win rate was good. And it's just like he's this year I thought he tremendously improved in how he attacked double teams. So just slicing them like a warm knife, a hot knife through butter. But this would be a great addition for Arizona, moving back and still being able to get a guy like Jalen Carter. However you may feel about the reckless driving stuff right now. Again, I'm kind of waiting till we get more on that. Tyree Wilson going to the Texans to the Falcons. Who the heck is taking Lamar? There ain't no way the Bucs can take on that contract. There ain't no way. And I imagine the Bucs might be the team with Will Levis in this draft. At least the way things are playing out. I don't know. But they get edge. They get Tyree Wilson. He's edge 2 for some, edge 3 for others. I feel like he's probably a top 3 edge in this class with like Lucas Van Ness and Nolan Smith kind of being like there to be like, not yet, bruh. So good. Atlanta, they need pass rush desperately. The Bears take Paris Johnson. I imagine this trade back to 9 kind of allows them to grab tackle or maybe a Peter Skoronski if they want to play him. Really just have a piece that could play wherever on the offensive line. So it's going to be interesting who they kind of hover towards. I think those are kind of the top 2 spots here. Broderick Jones, I feel like needs still a little bit more development, but I like him better, taking him more so like around pick 13, 15. But I mean, hey, if they really like him, then I mean, it's not far enough to where I won't count him out of pick 9. Eagles, I imagine this is corner as well. Probably Devon Witherspoon, or it could even be Joey Porter. They go Joey Porter. I think Joey Porter slightly might be the better fit. And unfortunately, Devon Witherspoon did not work out his pro day, so we won't be getting those numbers for him. So, I mean, a lot of that is like, yeah, we're all going to lean on the tape anyway, but it would have been nice to get a little confirmation from a pro day. All right, so we saw Jackson Smith-Njigba go into the Titans here. So they're like, you know what? Our offensive line is just dog water at this point. So let's at least get guys that can separate. And we're a passing team now. So I think this one's a bit interesting. I think I still kind of like maybe going tackle here. Could be a trade down spot. I should have mentioned the Titans as a potential Lamar spot. Man, I'm really wondering where does he go in this mock? All right, let's try to run down a few options real quick then. All right, so just like the Patriots? Because, I mean, the Patriots were a team that really liked him when he was coming out of college. Holy schmoly. I think it might be the Patriots. I think I just narrowed it down without having to really narrow it down. I just kind of threw a team out there. All right, let's see who's the next pick here. For this is the Texans pick. They're going Jordan Addison. I kind of get that. They bring in Robert Woods. So this mock was done when Robert Woods already said, hey, I'm signing. Haha. Oh, actually, you can see it here. Newly acquired Robert Woods. But added Jordan Addison, who is supposed to be probably, honestly, a guy you could probably equate to like a Brandon Cooks, except for I'm fairly confident Brandon Cooks had a freaking banger of a combine. Brandon Cooks combine. I'm not sure though. I kind of want to say he was in the low 4.3s, high 4.4s. But now that I say this out loud, I'm not yeah, 4.33. What am I saying? Yeah, so it's like you're kind of we were kind of hoping he like Addison would been around 4.4, maybe even sub, but came in at 4.49. I imagine his pro day he's going to test out much better. Actually, a lot of the numbers were much better, so it's not like an ideal, like an apples to apples comparison, obviously. But I get it in terms of what you're getting stylistically as a receiver. Quentin Johnson going to the Jets here. Jets send a second round pick to the Green Bay Packers to acquire Aaron Rodgers. I think players going to be involved. I really think a guy like Corey Davis could get sent to the Packers. The Packers are going to want to have to they're going to dump essentially Aaron Rodgers' contract, or hoping to dump a majority of that contract so they don't eat a lot of dead money onto the Jets. But that would mean that they'd have to take on some of the contracts there, potentially, or at least a big contract. So you get like $10 million off the books for the Jets if you do that with Corey Davis. That's why I say like a Corey Davis gets moved in here instead of like Elijah Moore. Oh, Elijah Moore's disgruntled, and it's like, yeah, but he costs nothing right now. He's on that rookie deal. Costs nothing compared to Corey Davis right now. But I still think it's probably a day 2 pick. Maybe is there like a few other picks that might get involved? The problem is the Packers don't have leverage here. Aaron Rodgers does, because right now Packers are footing the bill. So that's unfortunately the problem with the Packers. Maybe they could still get a really good deal done with whoever they get out the whatever happens in this Aaron Rodgers trade. But yeah, grabbing more weapons on something that the Packers weren't very good at, grabbing weapons for Aaron Rodgers. So you get Quentin Johnson come in, you have Elijah Moore there, you have how can I forget Garrett Wilson, the best receiver on the team. So I like that. I know some Jets fans are like, oh no, man, we need offensive line help. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, but I mean, y'all signed well. Like Nate Herbig was a pretty darn good sign-in, came in and played, I believe, right guard for you pretty darn well. Bring back Connor McGovern, obviously, extend him. And I mean, maybe they like what they had in Max Mitchell enough to have him running back at right tackle. You have DeJuan Brown. I know he's up there in years, but you also have Mekhi Becton, then Elijah Vera Tucker, Lincoln Tomlinson's there too. I get the idea of like trying to secure a solid player on that offensive line, because there's a lot of parts that are kind of like maybe, perhaps, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that they go with another position. All right, let's see if this is where Lamar goes. No, it's not. Where the heck is he going? Did they say a Lamar trade? Did I just get goated in this whole thing? There ain't no way the Bucks can't afford that. So they go Brian Brazee. Yo, man. In my mock draft, I had people going, I can't believe you took a edge rusher for the freaking Patriots. As I said in the video, it's like I've done a variety of different picks here. I've done corner, I've done tackle, I've done receiver. Let's try to experiment with a prospect a lot of people are high on that's starting to kind of begin to fall in a Lucas Van Ness. In this case, Brian Brazee. And it's like, who's got that versatile body type that could play edge, that could also play, thank you, Gojo, that could also play interior. And it's like, man, people lose their minds, dude. Casual fans are rough, dude. But all right, but Brian Brazee, I think is a good pick. It's fine. Sounds like Jonathan Jones wants to be back with the squad, but even then, he is an older guy. You kind of want to bring in more talent to that corner position. I love Brian Branch here. That's like one of my favorite picks is Brian Branch. To the Patriots, he just fits so well what they do. But yeah, get Miles Bryant out of the slot position. Put in Brian Branch. All right, this one's the Packers. They take Will Levis. So, Jordan Love's got competition? Wow. So the Bucks legit just hitting the reset button. I heard they're targeting Baker Mayfield. What a year it's going to be. Gojo, you're fine, bud. Calm down. Thanks, buddy. So they trade away Rodgers, and the Packers are left with whatever they have in Jordan Love. However, unwilling to bet the franchise on just one unknown option. They pick Will Levis here as the next quarterback tier. As the next quarterback tier is a far drop-off, which is fair. Man. So you bring in Levis to battle it out with Jordan Love. But let's be honest. You're kind of hoping Levis wins that and you just let Jordan Love, just hit free agency, because I don't think anyone's going to trade for him. So I think I think that would be the ideal situation. I mean, ideally, it's like people want Jordan Love and you can move Jordan Love for some capital, but I don't think that's going to happen in this scenario. All right, pick 16. Who's pick 16? Oh, maybe Washington gets Lamar. That's who's pick 16. Yo, I'm fairly confident that at the beginning, did it say that there was a Lamar trade? Oh, maybe it just said Lamar Jackson sign-in. And a Lamar Jackson sign-in. Well, I mean, they got to sign the offer sheet, which would result in a trade. Okay. I don't know if we even see Lamar here. Commanders took Cam Smith. Cam Smith kind of like that next. Oh, Devon Witherspoon's still on the board, actually. Devon would be a good fit, too. I like Cam Smith as well. Who do the Steelers get? Broderick Jones. I really thought perhaps, since Witherspoon was falling, because he's fallen, right? We haven't seen him picked. Yeah, with Witherspoon falling, I imagine he would have been that pick there for the Steelers, and this kind of pushes down the tackle position, and maybe you could end up or even trade back into the end of that first round, take your tackle. Because I'm still firmly in the belief that it's Darnell Wright, DeJuan Jones. But they get Broderick Jones here. That's fine. I think he fits their scheme pretty darn well. All right, we saw Brian Branch going to the Lions here, so they really sure up the secondary immediately. Brian Branch, bam, plug him into the slot there. It's looking beautiful. I don't like this Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick. This is the team essentially on the verge of a rebuild, and you take Bijan Robinson. You just released your left tackle, Donovan Smith. I know he was pretty bad last year, but like if you shore up parts of that line, then if Donovan Smith's the worst player on your line, then I think you're in pretty good shape. But it kind of feels like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're restructuring stuff, but it looks like they're heading towards a rebuild. I really think that's the case, but maybe not, man. I feel like Bijan's a move you make when your team is like, you feel really good about your offensive line and you think you could make a real run in the playoffs. All right, Seattle Seahawks have pick 20 here. They're going with Keely Ringo. Pairing her and Keely Ringo with Tariq Woolen will be a disaster for the NFC West quarterbacks. Ringo is terrific in coverage despite some technical flaws and has plenty of length, close and burst, and fluidity to be a top tier cornerback too. I'm okay with this. I actually really like the pairing of Ringo and Woolen. All right, so Devon Witherspoon. I feel like even the Chargers, you're like, well, we didn't expect Witherspoon to be here, but we'll take it. I mean, because like what you're looking, Zay Flowers, you're looking maybe one of the tight ends, you're looking Jordan. Well, Addison's off the board, so you're only looking Zay Flowers. Some people really like Hyatt. I'm not a big Hyatt guy. I'd rather Hyatt in the second round than here at the back end of the first. But yeah, no, I'm just hey, if talent's falling to you, hey, just swoop it up. All right, we got 22 is the Ravens. So let me read this. In this mock, the Ravens opt to keep Lamar Jackson, and I was here freaking theorizing where Lamar Jackson could go. Freaking wild. So they keep him. They get Zay Flowers. Devin Duvernay's a free agent. Basically, hey, you get two guys that are very similar in size. I think Zay Flowers actually might be a bit meatier, but Devin Duvernay, because I want to say Duvernay is like 170. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Dude, is he 200 pounds? Freaking wild. He a thick boy. Put that dude at running back. Shoot. So yeah, I mean, you're kind of hoping you might get a better version of Duvernay, or at least what you asked from him last year. Let me see the combine number. I want to just kind of compare here. All right, Duvernay 439. Let's check out Zay Flowers. I know it was 442. They had very close. Oh wow, dude, they are actually very similar. Wow. Ooh, that do be interesting. That do be interesting. All right, so this is why when I start doing I'm now around that time where I'm starting to do my comps. Now that I got measurements and drill times, that way I could get like find players that are like similar size, similar width, similar speed, agility and whatnot, see where they compare to, and get a feel of what play styles I think are like similar to certain prospects. So Duvernay might be an interesting one for Flowers. I don't feel like it's great. I feel like Flowers is a bit more put together right now. He's a route runner. Not saying he has like the greatest route tree, but I think he's a very smooth athlete. All right. Minnesota Vikings take Trenton Simpson. Yes, they got rid of Eric Kendricks. To be fair, the linebacker free agency is really good. I honestly think Brian Asamoah is going to step up. at least to be a starter. I'm not saying step up. He's going to be amazing. I'm saying he's literally going to have to step up. Maybe we see more Troy Dye. I guess some people think he's just a special teamer, but I think he deserves a whirl. I think he's been solid when called upon. But I don't know if I would spend it in the draft with how bad the secondary is, the potential Zadarius Smith trade looming, might need to get more pass rushers. Honestly, trading back might be the best option for the Vikings to move back and get more capital, because what they want to pick till the third round. Dalton Kincaid going to the Jaguars here. I know that they franchised Evan Ingram. Will they get a deal done? I don't know. I mean, you bring Dalton Kincaid though. You have two guys that could be big slots. You could do a lot of fun things with them. I get it. It's like, it doesn't feel right. It feels like you have more pressing needs, like on the offensive line. Maybe I don't really think slot corner is gonna go that high in this draft. But Brian Branch is here, I'd be all about that. But I don't think the value is bad. I have Kincaid around this area, him and Michael Mayer as well. 25 is the Cowboys. No, it's the Giants. That's right. I forgot the Cowboys. Or it's vice versa. Giants and then Cowboys. They take Deontay Banks. Ain't this interesting? Man, if I'm the Giants, I would be using that second rounder to get D-Hop. You've invested all this money, like for at least for the next year and two with Daniel Jones and Saquon. Go ahead, bring in D-Hop, get that fair evaluation. It kind of enables you, because I imagine D-Hop's going to be like a second round, and maybe even a day 3 pick. That's at least what I imagine his cost is going to be. I mean, we just saw freaking Jalen Ramsey go for a third rounder, and Hunter Long, who was a third rounder. So I like the idea of getting D-Hop and then using this pick to maybe do interior, or maybe you go corner. So I like this quite a bit. Peter Skoronski, I didn't even notice he fell. This is like kind of run in the card, right? It's too easy for the Cowboys. There ain't much to talk about there. You get a guy that's exceptionally versatile on your line. Connor McGovern is a free agent as well. Pick 27, Buffalo Bills. Oh, not Osiris Torrance, but they go Jahmyr Gibbs. Man, I don't think that's it, man. Because you know what the big struggle was for this offense? It was their piss-poor offensive line. They were let down by the right tackle. They were let down by the offensive interior. They had injuries as well. And it's like, man, I feel like offensive line's kind of, right now for me, a no-brainer with guys like Osiris Torrance, or even taking like a DeJuan Jones or Darnell Wright here to supplement Spencer Brown, or supplant, I think is the word I'm looking for. Darnell Wright going to the Bengals is a kind of no-brainer to me immediately. Plug him in at right tackle. Leo Collins, he's going to be rehabbing from injury, but I feel like he's going to be if not a cap casualty this year, he's gone next year. So you're kind of playing for the future there, and you're kind of hoping maybe Jackson Carman challenges Jonah Williams, even if he doesn't end up getting the start. I feel like that Carman Jackson's, you're kind of hoping it will be that other tackle. All right, pick 29. It's the Saints, and they're taking Jalen Hyatt. They're like, yo, we want just speed for freaking days. Give Derek Carr all the speed in the world. And I'm like, your defensive line sucks. And there's so many good defensive line talent on the board, whether it's you're looking at an edge, whether you're looking at guys like Elijah Cansey, Tamiwa Adebari. Maybe you're kind of hoping you get one of those guys in the second round, but like for me, Hyatt, it's like, I don't know. Excuse me. So I think we have a trade up here. So Eagles trade back, and Texans get Nolan Smith. So the Texans send pick 33 and a second round or 2024. Wow, that's pricey. That's pricey. I think that's too pricey. I don't think you're sending consecutive second rounders to move up all of 3 spots at the back end of the first round. But that's just me. But they pick up Nolan Smith. It's kind of cool, man. I mean, they could probably do something similar like what they did with Drake Jackson last year, but you don't necessarily need to like slow Nolan Smith into that role. And to be fair, like they were using Jackson a lot as a pass rusher, like passing down situational player, and it worked out really, really well. And then the final pick here at pick 31, Lucas I didn't even realize he was still on the board. Dang. No, this is just a win. This is just a win, man. This cat's going, I think, going to the top 20. He makes it here to 31. You're the Kansas City Chiefs. You're like, all right, sign us up. They got rid of Frank Clark, let him go, and yeah, no, you supplant him with Lucas Van Ness, which oddly enough, some people I think compare a wee bit to Frank Clark. No, I think they feel like they were. I don't know. Let's do mock draftable. All right, fun fact, by the way. If you're not familiar with mock draftable, really sick. This kind of helps if you're trying to come up with comps, and it's pretty hard to like just think of people right off the top of your head. Like put in like a Lucas Van Ness here, click it, and they'll show like guys from the edge or all athletes in general. But you'll go to edge and you want to look at guys that might comp similarly. What percentage in terms of their testing, size, weight, length, and all that. It's a very good tool. Robert Quinn might be it. But yeah, no, it's a really cool tool. I really, really enjoy it. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Mock Draftable, shameless plug to them, I guess. So let's run through the rest of this. So there goes Josh Downs to the Eagles, Felix and DK Uzama. Here, I'm gonna... Yo, did he write a write-up on all this? Good for him. There's Osiris Torrance. I kind of want to just run through and see what players got taken and fell. Let's see, there's Mock, there's Forbes, there's my boy Anudike Uzama flying at the combine. I said Anudike Uzama. Aditamiwa Adibarie. Anudike Uzama. Can't believe I said that. Oh... But, dude, I was freaking... Oh, he was great, man. He was great. The tape isn't a product of anything else but his athleticism, which is true, man. He's a bit unpolished, but, I mean... Oh, dude was sick nasty. Wow, he's got Keyshawn Butte still going pretty high. And had them move up for him. Interesting. Yo, you gonna tell me... Oh, they get... Okay, Buccaneers get Hendon Hooker. Pick 50. Yo, you ain't gonna tell me he did trades potentially every round. Oh, that's still pretty high for JL Skinner, unfortunately, with the torn pec. I mean, he'll probably be ready. Well, or maybe around the season opener, but might get put on like IR to begin with, so it might be like 4 weeks on IR. Warren McClellan. Oh, wow, that's wild. They got them going really high. I just don't feel like McClellan has a ton of upside, but I think he's just going to be exceptionally solid. All right, here's round 3. Wow, he wrote a little tidbit for each. Insane. Noah Sold 66. He did a trade here. Oh, no, this was a product of the first round trade. Okay. Let's keep that sucker moving then. Oh, Kalijah Cansey. Wow. He has him falling hard. Okay. I'm trying. He has Will Anderson or Will McDonald down here quite a bit. There's Xavier Hutchinson. There may be concerns around his athleticism, but the Iowa State receiver has a natural ability to separate all along his routes. Fun fact. He didn't run a ton of different routes at Iowa State, however. All right. This was. Oh my gosh, no, he's done trades through 3 rounds. That's freaking nuts, dude. I applaud this man for his work. Mellor, I feel like this cat firmly early day 3 guy. Oh wow, he has Bryce Ford Whedon jumping into the. Okay. There's Tajay Spears, Jamie Robinson, Trey Dean. Yo, I know he had a really good Shrine Bowl week, but freaking holy moly, dude, that feels a bit high. All right. Oh, Jack Campbell. I don't think Jack Campbell's going this far down. I don't think he's going to be this far down in the draft. Braden Daniels, he moved well, but I'm just not in love with Braden Daniels. Another trade here. Jeez Louise. All right. Okay, now he gets to just listen to him. There's Carter Warren. Feels a bit high for him. I want to see. Ugh. TJ Johnson, I'm not in love with. Super duper unpolished. So he has, wow, a trade in the. Wow, he did trades throughout. Golly, how did he do it this fast? Freaking wild. Matthew Bergeron, he has having a big tumble. There's Tanner McKee to the Packers. Did they just get Will Levis? I like Dion Henley. I can't believe he's here at 177. All right, I'm actually going to make this bigger so y'all can see it since it's a little... Yeah, since it's... There's no little tidbits. No, there's Jordan McFadden. Man, he's a guy I feel like I need to move up. Corey Trice tested well. I think he definitely improved his stock quite a bit. Here's round 5. I wonder if there's any round 5 trades. Wow, he has Brandon Kipper getting drafted. That's an interesting one to me. This was a result of the trade earlier. Let's see. Oh, there's Kendre Miller. Oh, man, I think he'd go a little earlier than that. Sam Laporte is going earlier than that, man. That dude's a banger of a receiver. Sean Tucker. Oh, Jackson, player, dude. I think he's UDFA. But I mean, that's fine. We're at pick 157, man. I'm not gonna harp on that. Oh, he's got John Gaines's as a center. Okay. Oh, did I put his stuff in here yet? I did. I mean, he played a little bit at center in 2021. There's Michael Wilson. I'm a big fan. Jalen Graham. So Hunter Lupke is going to be the replacement for Kyle Juszczyk in the future. Okay. I don't know if this cat's draftable. He feels like a guy that could end up being a sneaky like UDFA that sticks to a roster as good depth. I didn't dare pronounce his name. Javon Hicks I didn't watch, so I can't say nothing about him. But there's the first guy I hadn't watched on here. Oh, yeah, this guy's definitely moving to guard, but I wouldn't take him ahead of Curtis McClendon. Oh, I feel like Kuntz is going to go much higher, going to the Rams there. Like I said, y'all could go check this out for yourselves. Moro Jomo going so late. But y'all could go check this out for yourselves if you want to. I'll go through the remaining like 50 picks here on my own time. But oh my gosh, I got to go over that. Look at this. Quan Martin? Pick 200? Yo, that dude's going to be top 100, man. I love that cat. But that's it for the video. Go ahead to YouTube thing as always. Until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.